conditioned. I did not know I was bracing, not until someone else noticed how my body changed. When his truck pulled into the driveway, my shoulders tightened, my breathing changed, something inside me prepared. I had felt for years that something was not right, but I did not understand how deeply my body had learned it, until another person noticed what had become invisible to me. Sometimes we live inside a pattern so long that our reaction begins to feel normal. We call it stress. We call it anxiety. We call it being sensitive. But sometimes the body learns a story before the mind knows how to tell it. There is a name for at least part of this. Classical conditioning. Classical conditioning happens when something that was once ordinary becomes connected to what repeatedly follows it. The sound of a truck is not dangerous. A driveway is not dangerous. Footsteps through a house are not dangerous. And the words, "Don't get mad," may sound harmless to someone who has never learned what often comes after them. But when an ordinary cue is repeatedly followed by fear, criticism, yelling, blame, withdrawal, or uncertainty, the body can begin reacting to the cue itself. Eventually, it no longer waits for the entire event. It prepares at the beginning. A truck pulls into the driveway and your whole body begins to tense. Your mind starts scrambling. How does the house look? Is anything out of place? Is there something sitting somewhere that might become a question, a complaint, or a reason to begin? You mentally retrace the day. What did you use? What did you move? What did you forget? What harmless detail might suddenly become evidence that you did something wrong? You feel yourself preparing for the face that will walk through the door. A smiling face. Although even that can sometimes be deceiving. No expression at all. Or the irritated look that changes the feeling of the room before a word is spoken. And the hardest part is that none of those faces guarantees a peaceful evening. A smile does not always mean safety. Silence does not always mean calm, and irritation does not always tell you what you are about to be blamed for. So your body prepares for all of it. Your body prepares for all of it. The door opens, and your breathing changes. Footsteps move through the house, and you begin reading them. A cabinet closes harder than usual. Something is set down with force. A certain tone appears. Someone says, "Don't get mad." And your heart begins racing before you even know what they are about to say. Nothing has happened yet, but something has happened before. Enough times that ordinary sounds are no longer ordinary. The truck became a warning. The footsteps became preparation. The tone became a signal to brace, explain, shrink, or disappear. This does not mean every truck in the driveway will bring conflict. It means the body has learned to predict conflict because prediction once helped it prepare. Classical conditioning is not a decision. You do not sit down one day and choose to fear a sound, a phrase, or an expression. The association is built gradually. One experience, then another, then another, until the reaction begins arriving before conscious thought, and for a long time, you may believe there is something wrong with you. Too anxious, too sensitive, too quick to react. I thought I had become too sensitive, but perhaps I had simply become sensitive to what repeatedly came before pain. My reaction was not proof that something was wrong with me. It was evidence that my body had been paying attention. Perhaps my body was not betraying me. Perhaps it was remembering. It learned what usually came next and tried to protect me by arriving there first. It learned that certain words often came before blame, that certain silences often came before anger, that honesty could lead to punishment, that defending yourself could be called disrespect, that speaking about your feelings could somehow become proof that you were the problem. So eventually, the warning became enough. The truck, the doorway, the expression.
The sentence before the sentence, your body no longer waited for the whole event. It responded to the beginning. Understanding classical conditioning does not erase the reaction. It does not instantly slow your heart or release the tension in your shoulders. But understanding can create a moment, a breath between the signal and the response, a chance to say, "My body recognizes a pattern. This feeling is real. It has a history, but it does not have to decide what I do next."
You can notice the alarm without judging yourself for having it. You can listen to the warning without surrendering your voice. You can slow your breathing without pretending the pattern never existed. You can begin separating what your body automatically feels from the choice you make next. Maybe the first tool is simply naming what is happening. My body is preparing because it recognizes this moment. Maybe it is noticing your feet against the floor, taking one slower breath, looking around the room and reminding yourself where you are right now. Maybe it is waiting before explaining, defending, or reacting, not because your feelings are wrong, not because the pattern is acceptable, but because understanding the reaction may give you a little more control over what belongs to you. Your breath, your words, your movement, and your next decision. This is not judgment for any decision you make or any decision you do not make. It is not a suggestion about what should happen next. It is simply information in case you have not recognized this yet, or in case you have noticed something but have not known how to explain it. Maybe it helps you understand why your body reacts before your mind is caught up. Maybe it gives a name to something you have felt but cannot quite identify. Maybe it changes nothing except the way you speak to yourself when the reaction comes. And maybe, for now, that is enough. Wherever you are, you deserve information that helps you feel less confused and less alone. Your reaction may have been learned. That does not make it imaginary. It does not make you dramatic. It does not make you weak in noticing it. Maybe the first moment you realize you are not losing yourself. You are beginning to understand yourself. Sometimes healing begins when we stop asking, "Why am I like this?" and begin asking, "What did my body learn it needed to survive?" And sometimes the first relief is simply realizing your body was not creating the story. It was responding to the one it had been living. That's a quiet truth.